Welcome to Sista's Place Inspiration and Entertainment Show interviews with authors, celebs, and much more with hostesses Latrice Carter and Selena Haskins.
Welcome to Sista's Place. I am your co-host, Latrice Carter. My better half, Selena, is on break. She would rejoin us back in the new year. So we have a special guest today, and her name is Denise Walker. Denise, welcome to Sista's Place podcast.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Oh, you are so welcome. So welcome. So why don't you tell our audience a little bit about who Denise Walker is?
Sure. Well, first, I am a wife of almost 22 years, and I'm a mother of a junior, high school junior, and I'm also an educator. This is my 21st year as an educator, and I'm an entrepreneur and also a minister. And as an entrepreneur, I'm an author, and I'm also a children's book and nonfiction copy editor, as well as a writing coach. And I also help design covers and things like that. And then I'm also an editor for Fiverr as well. And also as a minister, I have a ministry called Hope in Christ. And through Hope in Christ, I do Bible journaling. I teach biblical literacy. And I also have the Hope in Christ book club where we spread the gospel using, Christian literature. And also, we also do just different things with authors and other people that would like to write for the blog ministry and things like that. So that's a little bit about me.
Oh, wow. Look, all those hats.
Yeah.
Busy woman. Look, busy woman. We do it all, right?
Yes, Lord.
I know that's right. So how long have you been writing, and is there something special that you do to prepare yourself for your writing process?
Well, the first part of the question, I've been writing since maybe college. I started writing writing little children's books. I would write them in my journals.
Mm-hmm.
And I started writing my first book back in 2016 after I had surgery. God gave me the vision for it's a Bible strategies book, but it has English strategies for people that may struggle with comprehending when they're reading the Bible. I created a little workbook / journal, and it was geared to middle school kids. That was my first book release. And then I wrote my teen girls YA books, where it helps with helping girls recognize if something is happening to them and how to tell somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote my other journals that I have to do with biblical literacy. And then this year in September, I released my latest book, which is called Barren Womb. It's a novel.
Okay. Awesome. Who would you say influenced your writing or influenced you?
Well, my writing, I would say, was influenced by the things I experienced growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that God helped me through those things throughout my life. And so, and also my father, who passed away in 2009. He actually passed away on Christmas morning in 2009. Mm-hmm. And he was a great influence in my life. And he, just him believing and him helping to build me up. So I would say that my experiences that I've gone through are one of the greatest influences for me writing, because I want people, women and girls specifically, to understand that they don't have to, continue to walk in the things they've experienced, but they can walk in that freedom, as they deal with whatever it is that happened, they can be free.
Absolutely. So how did you select your title, Barren Womb, for your latest release that came out in September?
Actually, the title, when I was praying about it, what should it be called? That's the title that came to me when I was praying. And it's also, it's twofold. It's a physical barrenness, and then it deals with spiritual barrenness. And so I did a lot of research on spiritual barrenness as well as physically. I dealt with, personally, I still deal with endometriosis.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the background overall of the character, her experience with endometriosis, and also the spiritual side of it, of sometimes the desire that we have. God is using that to draw us to him as well. Not that he doesn't want us to have children and things like that, but that's where the title overall came from. It's my experience with the endometriosis, but also understanding that left me in a place of not just physical barrenness, but spiritual barrenness.
Okay. And that kind of answered the second part of that question, the inspiration behind writing Barren Womb. So, can you give our listeners or listeners an overview or synopsis to Barren Womb?
Mm-hmm. So, Barren Womb is about Hannah Jefferson, and actually, my teen girls books, Hannah was a teenager, and now she's an adult. And so, the way Hannah's story is about, she's in her mid to late 20s, and she's experiencing endometriosis, and she gets the terrible news of that. But not only that, all the other things that compile or come with what she's experiencing with the endometriosis cause her to walk in depression, and just a lot of anger and things rise up. And then she gets to the place of drawing her heart to God and allowing God to heal her. So that's the overall kind of what's going on in the story. And by the end of the story, she doesn't necessarily have because there's a part to the book. She doesn't have what she desired, but she has the healing part, the spiritual side of healing that she's going through by the end of the story.
Okay. That sounds really good. That's a good story especially for our young girls and young women, as well as women our age who, go through that. I know a couple people who are battling with endometriosis. So I may have to inbox them your book. Tell them to read it,
Mm-hmm.
Is there a message that you like for the readers to take away after reading Barren Womb?
The main message, I would say that Barren Womb is that no matter what you're experiencing, and this is again going into the next book as well, is that no matter what you've been through, no matter what you're experiencing, God is there. And he can heal you. He can heal your heart. He can heal your broken places. And so that's the overall theme of, that's going to be the overall theme of the whole series. And the series is called the Redemption Series.
Okay, nice. Very nice. So tell our readers how they can get a copy of Barren Womb.
Barren Womb is on Amazon as well as Apple, the Barnes & Noble Nook, and also, what's the other place? But those are the places that they are. And it is now on sale. The Kindle version is now on sale for 99 cents. And just so that I can get it out to as many women who battle with endometriosis as possible, and also helping them understand that the other side of the spiritual side of it. So it's still on sale for the Kindle version is still on sale for 99 cents. And it can be purchased at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, and there are a few other places, but those are the main places.
Okay, awesome. And we'll be sure to drop that link in our on our social media as well. So what's next for you as an author?
I plan to write more women's fiction, women's Christian fiction. At first, I never really saw myself writing for women until God gave me the vision for that book. But I see more and more ideas are coming to me for women Christian fiction, and also doing workshops for women and talking about endometriosis and talking about heartbreak and pain and things like that. So those are some of the things I'm working on, and also continuing with being a youth mentor for teen girls. That's another one of my things that I love to do. So those are two things that I do, as well as continuing with my workshops for Bible literacy. And I'm currently teaching a youth Bible group with my books right now. So that's awesome. So I'm continuing trying to do more workshops because I'm an educator. So I want to, talk to people and we do activities and interactions. So I love doing that. So that's something I'm really trying to do more of.
Okay, that's good. That's really good. So what advice would you like to leave to women and young adults?
One of the things I would say is we have to get to the healing part. That's one of the things that really I want women and young adults to understand. And also, it's okay for us to talk about things. There's certain things that our community as a whole, I believe, don't talk about, and people are not healing because we talk about it. We don't want to open up and talk about abuse and things like that. And I don't think we heal if we don't talk about it. We just cover it up. It's still there. We just put something over it. And so we have to heal and allow God to heal us so we can move in his purpose and what he's placed in us to do.
Absolutely. I agree with that, because a lot of times we just put a Band-Aid on it because, we're brought up at least in the African-American community, it's like shush, what goes on in this house stays on in this house, stay in this house. So I agree with you. There's a lot we need to heal from. There's a lot of pain that has been seen and felt that I don't think we're quite healed from. You're absolutely right. As we wind down 2020 in a matter of 10 days, what did you learn about yourself this year?
Wow. Well, I learned that I can persevere because as an educator, I feel like we were thrown into the lion's den.
Mm-hmm.
And, we've been on virtual teaching for, I lost count, I think it's 9 months.
Yes.
And it feels like there was such an attack towards educators and people not understanding that we're human beings as well. And so I learned that we can persevere. And I also learned that I have a voice. Like even as an educator, I began to speak up to people when they would say things as if we weren't teaching. Mm-hmm. So I learned that about myself because I'm very introverted, so I don't say a lot. But when I'm passionate about things, I open up and I begin speaking. And so I learned that, and I also learned that you can go with the simple things in life. So it made me get back to just the simple things. Not having to go out to eat. And I was used to, sometimes we would go out to eat too much, but it allowed us to stay home and cook, and y'all sit at the table and talk to each other and have fun, just doing that. And so it just go with the very simple things in life. I think God just kind of brought us all to a halt to begin to just remember that you don't have to have so much of what you think. Things have to be, you can go with the simple things and still keep it moving and enjoying life. And so that's something else I learned as well.
Mm-hmm. Get back to the basics. I think that was getting us back to the basic foundation of family this year, for sure. That you open them conversations, sitting down at the table eating dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
How to lie. Yes.
Yes. So what do you look forward to in 2021?
I look forward to praying that we can get back out and like I enjoyed the author events that I went to where I met people and I got to see them face to face. I'm a handshaker. I'm that kind of person where I may walk up to a kid if we're talking about my books and I may give you a hug. So I'm just kind of missing that even with my students. Being in front of them and being able to hug them and things like that. So I'm looking forward to that and just continuing and what God has given me to do and not slow down, but, increase the momentum.
Okay. And a bonus question, with you being an educator, what advice would you like to give to the parents that are listening to Sister's Place, as well as, what would you like to see for the students for the second half of the school year?
One of the things I would say to parents that are listening to me is that we as educators need you to partner with us to get the students to be successful. And sometimes we have a few students not working and we want them all to be successful. Virtual learning can work because we see it working and all of the kids are safe and everybody's safe. So I would say to parents is, partnering with us and that teachers aren't the bad guy, as some people may think, that we really want to partner with our parents and really help the students to be successful. And then for the students, I want them to realize that they all have purpose because God put it in them, and they can do anything. They can do anything that He has placed inside of them, and that school it may seem overwhelming, but you can, God put it in you to be able to persevere. So I would say that to the students.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And, my hat goes off to you as an educator. I appreciate you. I thank you for dealing with our children, because you're with them most of, a big chunk of the day. So, like I said, my hat goes off to you. That is a hard job to do, especially when you don't have parents being as supportive as they should be or being participating as they should be. So I appreciate you. I really do. And I thank you for being an educator, helping our kids educate their minds and learn and develop. So I totally appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Well, that's our show today. Thank you so much, Denise, for coming on to Sister's Place. She is our author spotlight this week for this week's showcase. You guys make sure you pick up her book, Barren Womb, and reach out to her, connect with her. Denise, why don't you share your social media handles and information for our audience to connect with you?
Sure. My on Facebook, I am at author Denise M. Walker, and also on Instagram, the same handle at author Denise M. Walker, and on Twitter is at author_Denise, and also on LinkedIn, I'm also there as well as author Denise M. Walker, and I just started learning this new platform called Clubhouse. So, and I'm D. Walker Hope on there. I'm just learning, and I see it's a lot of business things there, so I'm learning about that as well. So I'm there as well. I just really joined.
Okay, awesome. Well, you guys make sure you connect with her on social media so you can learn more about her, stay and connect with her so you can keep up with her series. the Redemption series, as well as, like she said, she does have young adult books. For those of you who have children, you have young adults, check her out and connect with her. And Denise, thank you so much for being on Sisters Place today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you are so welcome. Have a happy holiday and be blessed and stay safe.
You too.
All righty.
Be sure to subscribe to Latrice's YouTube channel, Sisters Place, and follow her on all social media.